Boom, and we are live with another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
It is Joey Cates, and in the studio, man, we got Derek from Marsh Town Mafia Charters. We're going to be talking about all things gigging tonight, man. It's going to be a little bit different charter captain than we've had in the studio before. I'm looking forward to the conversation. But just like we always do before we jump into it, we have to thank the people that keep the lights on for us over here at the Brownwater studio. Right out of the gate, Dr. Robbie Williams over at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. If you're looking for a great local dentist, they are located on Washington Avenue right here in Ocean Springs. You can look them up on the socials at Southern Magnolia Smiles. On Facebook and Instagram. 2025 is the year to brush your teeth, so you got a few more weeks left of that. You ready to book that consultation with them and get those pearly whites shined up and looking pretty? You can give them a call at 228-215-1202 and tell them Brownwater sent you. If you need legal representation yourself or someone you know, Taylor & Cox Law Firm is right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. They are in Jackson County, George County, and Greene County. They specialize in felonies, misdemeanors, DUI, family law, divorce, child custody, BUI, if you find yourself in that boat, no pun intended. Give them a shout. They'll fight tooth and nail for you. You can call them for the consultation at 228-696-011. And again, tell them Brownwater sent you. Buddy Kendrick right here. The holiday season's coming up. This week is Thanksgiving. There's going to be a lot of eating going on. Christmas is right after that. Christmas is right after that.
It's bulking season.
Yeah, unless you're trying to bulk. And even after the bulk, you got to do the cut. Everybody knows that. Forever Young Men and Women's Health is the one for you. Their motto is bringing medicine, health, and exercise together to help men and women live their best lives. So go check him out on Facebook. That's Forever Young Men and Women's Health. He's got a lot of information out there, a lot of videos. He knows what he's doing. You book a consultation with him. You go in there. He draws some blood work on you. Checks it out, sees if you're vitamin deficient or hormone deficient. He gets you back on track to feeling your best so you can get in there and start exercising, whether you're just moving around or hitting the gym. So give him a call at 228-363-6623. And again, tell him Brownwater sent you. And I'm going to flash on the screen while Joey tries to catch up.
Not even close.
Brownwater Shop.
I screwed it up.
We got the original Richardson 112 Brownwater leather patch hats right there. Scan the QR code. It'll take you right to it. And we got a bunch of different colors. We got the olive green like I'm wearing here. We got the gray like in the photo. Joey's got the row pad on. If you want to help support the show, man, it goes a long way for us. So go check it out, brownwaterbanter.com. Click on the shop tab. And, I don't know, check it out, man.
Yep.
All right, keep going, Joe. You do your thing.
Yep.
Derek, brother, thank you for stopping by this evening and jumping in the studio with us and talking about your charter business. I always like to start with, like, how you got into the game. How did you get into charter business? What's your background? Born and raised here, or are you from the coast?
I was born and raised right here on the coast. Fished, floundered my entire life here.
Yeah, common story on the show.
Yeah,
common theme.
Yeah, and start out, middle school, high school, gigging, flounder gigging along the Gulf Coast, and buddies, when we finally got into high school, we could stay out all night long. We could go out there, we'd start fishing the seawall at night, and go to flounder gigging, and then fish the morning bite and go home, sleep all day, go do it again.
Some people was in bars and clubbing, and my man right here is just it's a common theme. Like I say on the show, he was out there fishing. Once you get hooked, no pun intended, you're hooked.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. We did get pulled over one time. We were, 16, 17. We were going through and got stopped. And, what are you boys out late night for? Oh, we're gigging. There's a curfew. All right, well, we'll go back across the bridge over here where there's not a curfew.
Right.
So we go.
Fish wasn't biting over here anyway, man. We're out of here.
Yeah.
So born and raised on the coast. Yeah. Obviously got hooked at an early age, and then how do we make the progression into the charter boat business?
So I been doing it for a long time, and everybody's like, "Man, why don't you get your charter captain's license and you're always doing it. Make a little money out of it.
Pay for some gas or something.
Man, I don't know. There's always the fear of failure. Like,
right.
Absolutely.
And always pick the nights, the perfect nights where I know for a fact where all the conditions are right and I could go kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, well, when you get those nights where people still want to go and conditions aren't right, like,
then you got to improvise.
You have to go find,
you got to improvise.
You feel entitled because, people are spending hard-earned money and, you want to put them on fish. And so I work with a couple guys, that charter, charter fish, one down in Delacroix, and he's like, man, I'm telling you, go do it. You would kill it. And I'm like, I don't know. I kept picking his brain. It's almost 3 years.
Okay.
And I'd be sitting at work, and I'd get on Mariner's learning system, and I'd add the cart, and I'd type in credit card information, and I'm like, I don't know, and I just get off of it.
Abandoned.
And I kept and people like, man, when are you gonna? So finally, I was sitting at work one day, and I was like, Mariner's learning system for the 50th time.
Right.
Still have like 8 things in
Yeah,
the
his
cart,
cart.
all the other
Yeah.
stuff.
Even the
order.
shopping cart's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. I hit order. I'm like,
Oh, boy.
I'm like, all right, that's it. You just spent $800-something. You have no choice now.
Now, is that the educational class? Is that what you're talking about?
It's the Mariner's learning system. It's just go at your own pace. You got a year to complete it.
Okay.
And
so the online portion, right, Joey? That's what we.
Yeah, so you can do it either in C school or you can do it online.
Sure, yes.
Okay,
yes,
that's what I'm
yes.
getting at. Yeah.
And go to C school. You got to be there for the whole week and stuff. And I just
didn't fit
there's no
in.
way I could do that.
Right.
And so the guy that I kind of talked back and forth with about doing it, that's what he did, was the Mariner's learning system. So so I did it, and every third day at work, I'd force myself in front of the computer and just knock it out.
See, I've heard it's harder.
Probably.
Because you have to have self-discipline to do
Yeah.
that. Like at C school, you get up and you go to class.
You're there.
And you're there. Like
Done.
at home, I got 1,000 other things to do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
So
saying?
if I didn't have the fire department job, where when we had downtime,
Right.
I could go sit in there, do it, or after the daily stuff was over with, and
Right.
everybody's winding down, I could go sit on the computer. If I had just 8 to 5 job
Right.
Mhm.
and a kid, there's no way.
Right.
There's no way. I mean, no way possible.
No, I couldn't
And
do that.
so I sat there, and next thing you know, I was nervous. I had another guy, talking with that had did it several months prior, and I was like, man, it's just so much information. I'm like, he's, oh man, you got it. It's you're on the water your whole life. You know it, and then you start getting into it. And I'm like, this is
different.
not.
Yeah.
Like, this is not red right return.
Yeah.
We
Same
talked
thing
about
we
that.
said,
Same
yeah.
thing, Joey.
This is not it, dude.
yeah. Joey was in your seat 3 or 4 or 5 episodes ago. We flopped him over because he does heavy metal charters. Yeah, and we made the same exact comment. I think I said it. I was like, red right return. Hand me my license. I got
No.
this. Not
even
that.
close.
I'm looking at barges and this light and that light, and I'm like, I'll never see this in the marsh.
Yeah.
I'll never see this in the Jordan River.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
I'll never
gotta-
see a barge.
Unfortunately, you got to know it.
Yeah,
man. It's tough.
And so, anyways, I sat down. And I did it, and you do the whole thing. You do the test online at home.
Yeah.
You set up the computer and you record yourself, and I did it, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, I passed that.
Now you're a captain.
Yeah.
Now you get the captain's hat.
Yeah.
So so then they were like, man, what? You already had it. Why don't you go get your 100 or your masters? I'm like, man, I can't do it. Like, once again, doubting myself.
Yeah.
Like, and
That's a real thing, man. It's a barrier for a lot of people in a lot of different ways, right?
I've done it my whole life.
Like, let me give you an answer. You probably have or definitely would run into a burning building.
100%.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Absolutely.
right. But in your mind, you're like, but I can't do this test thing, right? You know what I mean? It's like, so it's different things for different people.
I've been like that my whole life. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. And I go in there, done.
Yeah.
And
I would have reservations about going into the burning building.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you, the older you get, the more you start thinking, like, man,
Yeah.
That building is
yeah,
burning.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
burning.
I'm 38 next month. I was like, man, you're not 19 no more. But
Wait till you hit that 4-0, sir.
That frontal lobe,
Yes.
there's something to that. You know what I'm saying? When people say that's
Wait,
not fully developed.
Maybe I am
now,
mortal.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing that.
If my lower back hurts this much, I might not be immortal. Yeah.
I definitely don't jump out of the bed of the truck anymore.
That's
I
right.
definitely
That's
sit
right.
down on the
That's
tailgate
right.
and ease out. That's for sure.
No doubt.
So you went back, got your 100 ton?
Yeah. So went and got it, and I tell you, if there is a charter captain out there that is on the fence about it, go do it.
Yeah.
It was super easy, and I don't want to say like I felt like it was super easy. Even if you have had your charter captain's license for a while, go do it.
Wait, No, I was just saying, was the 100-ton? You're saying easier than the first test
yes.
than the regular 6-pack license?
Yes.
To me, it's like, so the
It's
way
way
my
easier.
course was, it was 7 days or 8 days, and you took the OUPV for the first 6 days. Then you had a day and then a test for the 100-ton,
Okay.
and like literally like plotting and rules of the road. If you can get them two,
Right.
rest of it's piece of cake. Even
And
the
that's what
100-ton.
I was.
Yeah.
I was sweating the plotting because I'm
Yeah,
like, you
plotting
know, you
sucks.
see, and like once I did it, I was like, oh man, this isn't like for me. I was like, all right, this was easy. Where I had trouble with was the wasn't the rules of the road. It was the navigation.
Yeah.
Because I got on the test and I'm seeing these questions. I'm like, I don't remember seeing anything. I don't remember seeing it. So and
Did I skip that chapter?
Yeah.
yeah, and some of those lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky, but hey, it,
Process of elimination, baby.
That's right.
But I
That's how
did
it
go
goes.
back. I did go back. I'm like, I want to know that. I
Right.
don't want to just guess. But like I remembered, like there was several that stuck out. I'm like, I want to go back and see. And sure enough, I went back and looked. I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the online version, does it tell you what you got wrong and then give you the right answer? Or how does that work? No. You just,
No, I don't believe so.
okay.
No,
So you
they
just had to go back and look it up on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's tough. Like as soon as you sit down, there's a big board and it shows you the rules of the road and it shows you who has right of ways and what are they doing and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, if you want to pass this test, you memorize this entire board. And I'm like, oh my God.
What did I get myself into?
Yeah, and by the end of the day, I mean, by the end of that week, your
Oh.
brain's hurt, you mush,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
dude, the like the two honks, the one long honk, the one
Yeah.
short. I'm like,
I do remember
Oh,
that
hold
from my boating license. They, I mean, maybe not to the degree that y'all are talking.
They tiptoe into it, but
Yeah.
like this is, if it's a plane or a sailboat or
Right,
any of
right,
this
right,
stuff,
right,
or
right.
he's coming in and he's coming under a wake and you got a red over, there's all kinds of variables.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you do the 100-ton, successful in that too. Now,
Yeah.
how long did you
it was
wait?
25 ton is what I ended up.
Oh,
getting.
okay.
But
So
yeah.
That's different.
That's a mate, right? You got the 25-ton after the OUPV.
Yeah. I got the 6-pack and then got the 25 ton.
Yeah, I got
Masters.
Okay.
I didn't go for the 100 ton. The reason I did I guess the reason I did the Masters was if I ever wanted to do like the marsh tours and stuff down
Mm-hmm.
in like Honey Island swamp tours and stuff like that, you got to have bare minimum of the 25 ton Masters, to run the swamp tours
Okay.
and stuff with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
airboats.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
How
everything.
long did you wait? Did you do that all at once? Get the 6-pack and then the 25-ton, or
Yeah,
did you wait a few months?
No,
or something?
I went
Straight
straight
through.
for it.
Straight through.
Yeah,
Okay.
because everybody's like, "Oh man, see, you can do it." And this, and I'm like, some people say that, and I'm like, you know what? Just go ahead and do it while you're here.
Right.
And I'm like, but then like you get into it, and I felt like there wasn't a whole lot that related to the 6-pack. I felt like it was all just brand new information, but it was easy information. I felt like.
Okay. Yeah, that's killer. That's killer. So how long after you get the licenses there before you book your first trip?
Oh, I think I finished in April, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't have everything done. Ran the first trip the week after 4th of July. Just like waiting on the Coast Guard, which
Yeah,
they don't do
all that
anything fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some help with mine because of brown water. I knew, so we did things totally wrong when we set up. We didn't know how to do the LLC. We didn't know how to do the tax, all the ID. So when I jumped into that, it was easier because I've already screwed it up 2 or 3 times with brown
The
water.
learning curve was
Yeah.
already
How
up.
was that with you? Same thing? Or you just did some research?
Yeah. And as far I'll put this out there. There was like I was hearing horror stories about make sure everything is right. Make sure everything. If you don't, they'll kick it back and you go to the back list and this and that. Well, I found out there was this guy. I think he's in Michigan. His name was Chuck. And the more people you start talking to down here, like, oh yeah, Chuck up there. You send him everything, and you
Old
basically you sign a release where he can do whatever, and you send him everything. He goes over everything. If there's anything wrong, anything missing,
On him.
he sends it back to you and say, hey, look, do this, do that. And when he hand delivers, so supposedly there's a Coast Guard officer right there by his house, and he hand delivers a packet, and he guarantees when he drops it off is 100% right.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I was on the phone with Sonny Chandler, Captain Sonny Chandler
Yeah.
one day.
Oh yeah.
And just picking his brain about some stuff. We
Yeah.
got to talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, Chuck. Yeah, man. I'm like,
You know,
dude, you're
Chuck
like
too?
the sixth person that I know from down
Everybody
here
knows
that I'm
Chuck,
like,
yeah.
all right, cool. Oh, like if they're using him, then he's a
100%.
legit dude for sure.
Sonny's 100%
Yeah.
cool guy.
Oh, dude, let me tell you,
I'm pretty sure his kid made this, isn't it?
I feel like that's right. Yeah. Speaking of
made that, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had about a 35, 40-minute conversation with him one day, just picking his brain about everything. You know, the charter business. They've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have got some killer captains over there, man. They have got a jam up operation, and what better way to get some information? Somebody
From the
that's
old
been
salt.
doing it for for a
yeah,
long
100%.
time.
Yeah.
And anyways, so he helped me out a ton.
Hell yeah. So when you got rolling, did you? Because we mentioned at the beginning of the show, you do the Flounder gigging, which is unique. We haven't had a captain on yet that does that, right?
I think Marcus does a little bit,
or not predominantly,
or
let's put it
Chris
like that.
did a little bit, but no, not strictly. They're always riding reel and then Flounder on the backside or gigging on the flat side. You're predominantly gigging, right?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing any fishing poles at all, right?
No, I tossed around the idea of maybe doing some sheephead, but I just the rod and reel daytime stuff just does not fit my schedule.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. So
And was that the plan when you first started to get your license, was to go gigging only nighttime
Yes.
stuff like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay, and that's how you started from day one. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have not done a rod and reel charter, and I don't plan on it.
Okay.
Well, take us around. What boat? How does this all work? So we jump on the boat. I'm guessing you got the big lights, the LEDs, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I've actually got. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Answer
go
that
ahead
question. I got
with
to
the picture.
cue up the photo. Pow.
Yeah. So you get out there, flip the lights on, and it's like bow fishing. You're doing the same thing.
Right.
It's just at a very slow, methodical pace.
Okay.
You're not running and gunning and so yeah, flip on the lights. We throw the trolling motor over and ease down the bank and find them. Some nights you get on them super quick. Some nights it's like, all right, where you at? You go and next thing you know, it's like a light switch hits.
Yeah,
like,
there
boom,
they are.
Boom, there they are, and it's I tell you, until I get 4 or 5 fish in a boat, like, dude, I'm sweating it, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm nervous. It's a nervous feeling, It's a fear of failure, and
100%. There's nothing worse than somebody getting on your boat, paying for a trip, and you don't get them a fish.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
and
that's the worst feeling in the world.
and that's what every charter captain I know that I talk to, they're like, dude, like you can't make
the fish bite.
You cannot magically make a flounder
appear.
Lay there, and but it's definitely a nervous feeling. So yeah, we get out there and beat around the marsh for 4 or 5 hours, and it's pretty fun. Last night we had some people from Kansas last night, and the conditions, the wind blowing, they wanted to go. They were here. They're going to be here all week. They were doing a rod and reel charter later on in the week, and I was like, look, we'll give it a go. And there that wind was humping, and we were able to maneuver our way through the marsh and stay out of the wind, and water clarity was perfect, the tide was perfect, just that wind, man. But we found a few, and they had an absolute blast.
Yeah.
So yeah, they thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I was just showing, like I was telling you, the pictures there of your boat, and then some of your clients on there posing in front of some of the fish, and then like a deck shot of the flounder and different stuff, the different species that y'all target out there. So I'm glad that we went not too long ago down in Louisiana, because just looking at those photos, it's one thing people may notice, like, oh, again, you mentioned it too, doesn't work with your schedule on a daytime fishing. This is a nighttime activity, which for me, that's complete. Like, you don't understand till you do it. It's completely different than any type of fishing for me that you'd ever done before. I've been on the boat at night. I've been shrimping at night and all that kind of stuff. But and tell me if yours is the same way. But like, we had the radio blasting. Like, you don't have to be quiet. We're not. The motors were. I think you said you're trolling, so maybe it's a little more quiet with your situation.
I got a generator running, but I mean, still, it's a little quiet one. So it's not all that crazy.
Okay, no, we were loud. We had it sounded like a big. Hot rod V8 going on in the back.
We had the mud motors.
The radio was blasting. Nighttime, it was like from 7 to 12 at night.
Yeah.
It was just fun. We were loud, it cutting up. It was just a different experience on the water. We had a blast. Is it similar to what?
Yeah. The radio thing, I always try to like feel people out because I'm like, man, do they want to listen to what I want to listen to? And then,
right. Where are they at?
I turn something on. They're like, dude, we got to listen to this for 4 hours. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's the conversations that you get to hold with people and find out. Last night they were from Kansas. They were here, visiting the guy's brother. He's in the military, and I met some really cool people, and it's I love meeting people, talking to people.
Yep.
And, gotta have that. You gotta have it.
And so that's the cool aspect of it, and seeing people get excited. Like when you flip those lights on, you're like, oh man, look at Big Blue crowd. Oh man, look at that. And it's fun, especially the kids, dude. I love when kids come because they get so excited. It don't matter. They'll gig a stingray. Like, they don't care.
Yep.
Like, they want to gig anything and everything. And so just to see him, like, last night, the guy was like, man, this was awesome. He's like, man, like, people got to come do this.
I've lived here my whole entire life, and when we went out, I was the same thing you're describing. I'm like, look at that. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, it doesn't get old.
You get to see stuff on the water, like some of the alligator gar out there that
pretty
like
big.
Like you see them roll and stuff, but like to actually see them lay in the grass bed, you're like, holy cow, that is
like
a
big prehistoric looking thing.
Yes, absolutely. So like being able to see stuff, under the water that a lot of people don't get to see, that like you don't think there, and then you start figuring out like, oh, there's a big flat right here, or there's like this cut right. It's like, that's why I catch redfish right there.
Yeah.
That's why I
sit on that point right there.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, I see how it comes around right here, and I'm like, oh,
now you're learning.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you got a unique perspective with those lights that are on the front of that boat to see what the bottom looks like. That's what you're describing right now?
Yeah. And then I find another spot, you start venturing out, and like you find other spots, and you're like, man, I'll come back and
fish that.
You fish them all.
Yeah.
Like you go back, tide's running stuff, and you're like, and you murder them right there. I'm like,
oh, I know now.
Oh, got it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Nighttime bright light scouting.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you fish like regular rod and reel a lot when you're not running charters and stuff?
Yeah. So summertime is super busy for me. I got a lawn care business too, outside the fire department.
I'm pretty sure that's standard, right? Every fireman has to cut grass.
It don't take a whole lot.
Wash.
It don't take a whole lot of brains to get on a lawnmower and swing a weed eater. So,
hey, but people need it.
They need
oh,
it.
absolutely.
They
need absolutely. And so fire department and cut grass and rod. I love my favorite time. Grass stops growing, and so. On my days off from the fire department, I have no grass to cut. So sheephead fishing is I absolutely love sheephead fishing. I haven't done a whole lot this month yet. Been working a bunch of doubles at the firehouse.
Okay.
I'm trying December. I'm off almost the whole month of December. So
you save it up.
December 6th through the 29th, there's a lot of stuff that is about to die. So, sheephead, catfish, redfish, flounder. Got a couple hunting trips mixed in there with the kids, but that's I can't.
They need to be on notice, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and really, I know they're in there. It's just been too hot for me, man. Like, I like going out there, bundled up, clothes. I love it.
Yeah, we haven't really had that one cold snap so far this year, right?
And that's another thing with your trip. Like, the colder it gets, the less bugs that are out there.
Oh, yes. So that was one good thing about last night too. That wind was blowing pretty hard. So like there was no bugs, which you would think because of the lights, like you'd get eat up by bugs all night long.
We really didn't.
Not that I remember.
Like they fly around you, but they're not biting you.
Yeah.
Like they're not biting you. So
just don't look up. Don't look into the lights because they're flying all over the place.
Yeah, like. Some people aren't too sure, man. They're back there, flipping on the lights, and they're reaching out in their bag, and they're just, they're loading up. I'm like, you don't have to put that much on.
Yeah.
I said that, they're not going to bite you. They're just fly around you.
Yeah.
But it's I love love rod and reel fishing. I've got a offshore boat. It's kind of hard to do that, with. Cutting grass and the fire department and now charters.
Adulting,
yes.
It gets in the way of all the fun, cool stuff.
Too many hats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And since I started doing the charter business and stuff, I think we only made one snapper trip this year.
Tough, yeah.
Because I was always scared. if I had a charter that night, I'm like, man, what if I get out there? I got engine trouble, something breaks down. Now I'm running behind for a charter. I'm like, but now that it's getting cooler, the grass is slowing down, have a little bit more time, we'll get offshore and we'll go try to find some tuna and stuff like that later on.
Matt's in the comments. Go topless, Captain Matt. He's Westover. He said he said he's gotten so many calls for flounder gigging trips.
Always,
I'm assuming he means recently.
Always.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely, send them my way. It's starting to, obviously, starting to, kind of phase out. With usually, end of November, every now and then you can find a ton of small ones. All through December. But, man, flounder gigging. Yeah, absolutely. But there's still other stuff. There's still redfish, catfish, sheephead. If you get certain parts of the river, you ever heard of gaspergoo?
No.
Is a freshwater drum.
No.
Not.
Is a freshwater drum. It's a
gaspergoo.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to spell that.
Good luck.
Yep.
GASPERGOU.
That's some coon ass stuff. No, that's gaspergoo.
Yeah.
Probably spelled with an X.
Nope.
Ah.
Okay, let me see. Let me pull a picture up and I'll share it. We'll screen share it. Hold on.
So your main bread and butter during the summer is flounder.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what everybody wants to stick, right? Everybody
That is
wants
the
to go
main
out
target.
there, hit the big doormat, and then whatever after that, it's lanyard, right?
Everybody wants that 24-inch flounder.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like, so do I.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's on the
It
radar.
haunts me.
Yeah, I promise you. And we've had it'll make you sick because I had a couple instances, over the summer. One over the summer, younger kid on the boat, and we had a doormat sitting right there by the boat.
Toad.
And he had already missed a couple before. Just excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a good flounder. Ease down on top of him, stick him good. He comes from about 18 inches up and tries to harpoon.
No.
I see the dust trail. I'm like, well, missed out, but man, I got him. I'm like, no, you didn't get that. I'm like, pull the gig out. He's like, how did I miss that? I'm like, remember how we talked about easing down on top of him, not coming from 18 inches above?
Yeah. Now, I guess a lot of people don't realize that, like, when you go flounder gigging, you want to go straight down.
The more up and down you can go, the less room for air.
But a lot of people want to do this, and as soon as you do this, that flounder's gone. So it's literally straight down and done with it. If you do this,
right,
he gone.
The recoil.
Yeah, he gone.
I got the picture of the gaspergoo. Let's flash that real quick for people. That's a blurry picture, but that's the first thing that's on Google's results. So
freshwater drum.
Yeah,
that's pretty big fish.
It says it's from a Mississippi river as well. So Mississippi website or something. So, but yeah, pretty cool. I wish it wasn't so pixelated.
Good eating.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people also do. So go back to the straight up and down. Like a lot of people, I'll hey, look, there's one. Let's ease over there. Well, they get a little ahead of themselves and they'll go out.
Oh yeah.
Well, that muddy bottom. A lot of times, if you don't hit them hard enough, that gig just hits the flounder, and that flounder will slide, and then boom, he's gone. And but yeah, talking about how the straight up and down. So I also tell people, like that mud, dude, there's no bottom to that stuff.
Right.
You're gonna push the fish in the mud.
Yeah.
You'll come across a sand flat and 40 yards away, then it's changes into mud and I always tell people the kind of same thing when your foot goes into the mud and you pull it out, your foot comes out, and the shoe stays down there. That's the same thing happens.
Oh yeah.
People boom and they'll go straight up with it. Well, they push that flounder way down because they got excited. I'm like, so then we got to circle back, and I got to reach down there and dig through the mud. And we usually find 9 times out of 10 we'll find it because I'll usually just take my gig,
smash it right there,
and I'll stick it to where it was, and we'll make a loop back around. 'Cause sometimes it is hard to stop like right there. We usually try to slow down and a slow enough pace where they could see it, stick it. But last night we had to dig for a redfish, and I had to work for that thing.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. He got excited. I'm like, man, look right there. And he comes up and just, I'm like, and he goes to pull the gig. And I'm like,
he gone.
I said he's still down there. I reached down there and I felt a little bit of his tail.
In the mud.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. And I grabbed a pair of
Damn.
pliers and reached down and grabbed a pair of pliers, just grab him by his tail and, pull him out. But I definitely want to try to find it. I can't. It killed me just to leave a fish buried in the mud. Like
yeah, for sure.
I'll give it. I'll even stop. I'll put the spud pole down and we'll let the mud kind of clear out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll feel around for a second. If I can't find it, we'll stop right there.
Yeah, let everything settle.
And when it settles down, you'll see a tail. You see a redfish tail just poking up.
Yeah.
You reach down there and grab it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, tell us about the gigs. I don't even think we talked about the gigs.
Not yet. No, go ahead.
So I use the outrigger, the 5-prong. It is definitely overkill for flounder, but the outrigger, they make the 3-prong.
It's like a frog gig.
No. It's a big. It's if you.
I got it. You can't see it, but it's that right there. The audience can see it.
So the 3-prong, that's all you ever need for flounder. But you're coming across redfish and sheephead and
with scales,
some pretty big catfish, and so I always try to tell people the best you can, like gig them up towards the gills, behind. But doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
like
right.
That.
Yeah.
And
get him in the boat any way you can.
Right.
I had one guy, I nicknamed him Backstrap one night, and I'm
Killing
like, dude,
huh?
dude.
He kept hitting him in the face.
I'm like, dude, yeah. And it happened. I mean, I'll do it sometimes. Flounder goes to swim away, and you just reach out there. But it was everyone like, dude.
I'm looking right now at the photo of the fish across the deck of your boat, and I'm seeing some of the catfish with the sticks in the spine. It looks like they got the side of the sheep's head.
So those catfish though, man, you don't want to gig those thing in the head. Like they are almost they are.
Oh
yeah,
it's all
hard
it's
to
all
get off.
skull. Yeah.
Like, dude, like they're over there. So like in the ice chest, I got this little thing like made by outrigger. You slide the gig in there, and you pull it up, and like you'll almost like rip that thing off the out of the ice chest trying to get that catfish out. So I always try to tell people, hey, look, get a catfish in the body because like
we're gonna fight. We're gonna be a problem. Yeah.
And like, as big as those 5-prongs are, dude, those redfish will shake those gigs.
Really?
Yeah. Like I always tell people, like, man, these are some big gigs. Yeah, they are big gigs. But when you come up, swing it out and get it in. Because if you come up straight up, dude, those redfish will. Oh, absolutely, they will shake that gig in a heartbeat. Now we're trying to chase around a injured redfish.
Yeah. And they have barbs on the gig, right?
Yeah.
So, but they're still shaking that off too.
Yeah, the redfish are.
Well, I mean, a redfish scale looks like that. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the big one's like a toenail.
Yeah. And those things are. I mean, they're going berserk. And so yeah, it's it's pretty fun.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It's the flounder. Everybody wants the flounder. It's sexy.
Yeah.
You got
they taste good too.
You big flounder, but man, the gig and the catfish. So the other day I made a post. It never fails. Every time I post a catfish, man, what are you doing? Saltwater catfish. What are you doing?
I'll be honest.
I had to explain it to Jared.
So I mean, salt water, right? Like I didn't realize you were going up in the river, and I was like, damn, why are they sticking on them damn catfish?
I just assumed that people would know that I'm not like, because you go on a charter boat around here, like a charter captain tell you, do not put no catfish in.
Correct. But I will say this too, like with the gigging part of it, sometimes like look, if it's out there, let's get it. I don't know, but I'm like, I'll be honest, I was like, damn, I ain't putting that in my boat. I was like, no, he's in the freshwater brackish water.
Yeah.
So
I was like, oh, that's different because those taste amazing.
Yeah. So I made a post and I was like, hey, this is freshwater catfish, because I wanted people to know, like, hey, if you want to go load up the boat on some freshwater catfish,
that's where you need to be.
We can most certainly go do that.
Yeah.
Most certainly. And so yeah, man, we the freshwater catfish, the redfish, flounder, sheephead, all of it. It's and it's all, and I guess what I was getting at, the blue cats, like, dude, that is fun because it's a lot of action. You'll stick a flounder, you may go 10, 15 minutes, and then like, unless it's just one of those
crazy
really good nights where you just stick it. But that is fun. Like, it's a kick in the butt.
How do they act in the water? Are they hugging the bottom, or what are they doing?
There's no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
There's no rhyme.
Whatever.
Just hanging out.
You'll have one laid up there on the bank. You'll have one in the grass bed. You'll have a 3-4 pound catfish just lay there. You go up and stick it. You go do the next one, and he's not getting anywhere near the boat.
Gone.
Gotcha.
Them jokers will hide in those grass beds. On the nights where the tide is just perfect, where you can literally ride over top of the grass beds.
Yeah.
And
Right on top of
like
them.
they like to hide in them.
Yeah.
And like, they got that little silver tail that pokes up. I'm like, look right there. Where at? I'm like, the silver tail, you know?
Yeah. Funny story, right? The one you shot.
Oh, he was buried.
We didn't see him.
Completely buried.
We could not. The captain
Yeah.
saw him. He's like, I think we kind of saw him trail off or whatever, and he
Yeah.
went
I
up
had
in the grass
no
bed,
clue.
and it was the mate that was on the bow, and he's like, he's right there, and I'm looking, Joey's looking, we're both ready to shoot him, and I'm like, dude, I don't see anything.
No.
I see
I had
nothing.
no clue.
Joey didn't really say anything, and he was, or maybe you did. You were like, I don't see anything either. Joey just shot into the grass. And hit him
Yeah.
and killed him. And I
no
looked at him.
idea.
I said, "No way." And you're like, I didn't see shit. I just got lucky.
I had
and hit
no
him.
clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can hide.
Yeah.
The people that don't see the flounder, and I'm like, look right there. They're like, I don't see what you're talking. I'm like, he's sitting right
Mhm.
there. And they're like,
It's
man,
camouflage,
Well,
man.
You've never seen it.
Yeah,
right? You've
right.
never
And that-
seen it before.
yeah.
Because you might be thinking in your brain, like looking for an actual fish, like moving
Yeah.
around or above the
Yeah.
thing. No,
You
they're
don't realize they're
camouflage. They're
buried in
buried.
the
Yeah,
thing.
you're looking
Yeah.
for a silhouette.
Yeah.
when they've been, like on bed for a while, you see the eyes.
That's about it.
And
Yeah.
a little bit of the nose. And that's what I've trained myself to look for, because a lot of times you won't see the whole flounder. You'll just see your two little white beady eyes and the,
Yeah.
the little mouth right there. And you're like, right there. And like,
Eh.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
I'm like, so
You're
take the
bullshitting.
gig. I'll take the gig and put right. I'm like, follow the gig all the way down. They're
Straight
like,
down.
they're like,
I got
dude,
nothing.
they're like, dude, I have. I'm like, look, just go down with it.
Yeah.
They're like, how did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's like the dudes that was the captain of that boat that we were on,
Yeah,
man.
we missed so many
We missed
shots.
shit, and he, he's respectful. He let us do. Everybody's good, and it's like before we lose this fish, he's hitting it from the back, looking like Robin Hood back there, and we're like, how did you do that? But it's just practice and
oh, absolutely. Like
used to-
those dudes that hit those fish, like I was like, that's impressive.
yeah.
Oh, that's 100%.
Like if it's not right there, I'll be the first one to tell you. Like I bow fish, not a ton, but I do it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not right there,
No
I'm
shot.
Not
I'm
happening.
not
Yeah,
even.
Yeah,
no,
it'll
I'm not even
it'll humble you up real quick.
Absolutely.
Real quick.
Absolutely.
What's the reach on your gigs? How long are they?
So the gigs, I had to cut down. I was using 10-foot. When you got 3 or 4 people on there throwing around 10-foot gigs, this one dude one night, I said, dude, you got to give my head a rest.
Oh, he's wearing it out,
He just,
huh?
and I mean, he was just swinging around and it was all fun and games. But
Yeah.
so I chopped him down to 8-foot,
Yeah.
and that seems to be the perfect, to be able to reach and get the job done.
How many people we talking? You doing 6 or how many?
No.
all the time?
I like to do 3.
Yeah.
I would do 4, depending on weight and stuff. Just a 2054 gator tail with the surface drive on it. If you don't know anything about surface drives, they do not like weight
Right.
at all. And the shallower the water, the faster they run. You get in deep water, and you get a lot of weight, and those things will struggle. The shallower the water, it's crazy how those things are
They love mud. They love sand. It's eating
Yeah.
everything through it.
Yeah, and so I will I'll run 4. There are some plans in another year or so to maybe step it up.
Upgrade a little bit.
upgrade.
Yeah, yeah.
Get another one.
Goals, baby.
Still keep that one. I absolutely love the mud boat. It's a give and take.
Right.
Some nights that mud motor has saved a trip where I
Mhm.
get back in the shallow water where all the redfish are running bait around and running crabs around, and I pick the trolling motor up. I drop that surface drive down, stick them up front, and I'm like, all right, we're just gonna get after some redfish,
Mhm.
and we go through there. And some nights that has salvaged the trip. If I wouldn't have had that, then we'd have to figure out some other stuff.
Right.
On the other hand, you're not going anywhere super fast.
Right.
But yeah. So it's a good boat. I like it. It's everybody that is not familiar. Like last night, the guy's like, "Man, what kind of motor is that
Crazy
thing?"
stuff is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, "What? Does that thing? Where's?" Like you kind of had it out of the water while we run, throwing a big rooster. That thing doesn't take. I said it's a lawnmower engine
Yeah.
on
pretty much.
steroids. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a lawnmower engine on steroids.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah,
shaft.
y'all are throwing a lot of light out there too. I'm gonna put this picture back up. I
Yeah.
showed it earlier, but that's a lot of light, man. If you've never seen that at night, like you mentioned before, like you see a lot of shit. You see the whole bottom. You see everything that's
Yeah.
going on. It's weird. It's cool. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's
How many LEDs you got on the front of there? Do you know? Like
All
what's your,
of them?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
See, 4, 8.
One, I'm accounting for
Maybe
you. 1,
10?
2,
I don't
3,
know.
Just
4,
the big
5, 6, 7, 8. From
light
what I
bars?
can see.
8, yeah.
light bars.
No.
Is
It's just
A panel.
yeah,
Like,
square.
Yeah.
Oh,
square.
okay,
Look,
okay.
right there.
I got you.
Yeah, square.
Then you got some green light. Looks like on the
Yeah,
on the-
interior
okay. Yeah.
lights. Yeah.
Yep. And then I wanted to ask a question about the gigs themselves. Are they tethered to their hand at all, like the Wii controllers used to be? Like,
No,
so you don't throw them and let them go, or do you?
So it's funny. I tell the story all the time. I had a guy on the boat one night, and pretty good redfish swam through. They missed it, 2 or 3 times. He's like, man, next time that redfish comes swimming through here, because he had swam through a couple times right by the boat. They missed it, and I think 1 or 2 more times, just kind of skirted the outskirts of the lights.
Teasing y'all.
He's like, man, next time that redfish comes through here, you mind if I sling this gig at him? I said, go ahead, because they float. It's bamboo.
Okay.
And they will float.
Yeah.
I said, have at it, Bob.
Do it, sir.
It wasn't 30 seconds later. That redfish come through. He threw this thing like a spear and stuck
Yeah.
that redfish.
Did he?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I tell
How
you,
far away, if you had to guess, you think it was? Was it decent throw, or
I'd say
like he couldn't have stuck it regular, right? He had to have thrown it.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
10, 15
Yeah.
feet.
yeah, I'd say probably 10 foot.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom, he stuck that. Man, I seen that gig,
Yeah.
waving this. And I was like, you just hit that redfish. And we made a loop back around, picked it up. Sure enough, the redfish was on there. I tell the story all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not believing this.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's killer.
But like last night, there was a catfish in front of the boat, and he's swimming right for us. I said, "Look right here." Step back. Boom, he stabbed him. I'm trying to get you get the momentum going on the boat, and it's hard to stop. I said, "Look," I told him before. I said, "If I tell you let go of the gig, just let go of the gig."
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, he stick one right in front of the boat, and he's hot. I said,
Yeah,
"Just let go." We
yeah.
run over the gig, make a circle back around, pick the gig up. There's a catfish.
Wait.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty
So are
cool.
you making the gigs? You getting them from somebody local, or how
No,
does
I
that
bought him
work?
from Kins Marine,
Okay.
right there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gulfport. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We talking
Absolutely.
about a hospital.
Yeah, hundreds of them. Take your pick.
That means you
They got
What-
a pile of them. I keep extra too.
Is there a trip? Is there different trips that you offer, or is it, hey, we're going this until we get this many, or is there a 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour? How does that work?
Yeah, I don't think we said where we're rolling out of yet either. We probably should have led with that. Did we say where you
Yeah,
rolling
no.
out of?
So anywhere from I guess Henderson Point area, mouth of the Wolf River, all the way over to the Pearl River.
So your trailer, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere you got Bayou Caddy, you got Diamond Head, LaFrance Marina. Everybody's like, LaFrance, where's LaFrance? At a little fish camp down in it's a community called Ansley down there, that like Pearlington area type
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
And cool little setup. We'll be going through there, and all of a sudden, like, there's a fish camp, and like, where? Like, we're going through the middle of the marsh,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Where'd this come from?
yeah, like, how do you get there from here? I'm like, you just drive down the road.
Mm-mm.
They're like, well, yeah, I know that, but
Right.
Yeah.
Because
But,
the things
yeah.
wind around so much, you think you're on another planet half the time.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
realize, like, no,
Yeah.
there's just a road right over there.
you dip off Highway 90,
Yeah.
and but yeah, anywhere from the Pearl River, to the Wolf River, there's no secret spot, no secret, nothing. You just get out there and
Run
start
till you
beating the
find
banks.
fish.
Yeah.
start beating the banks. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
But it's
Yeah.
like spotlighting deer, but except it's legal.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we got back to it, is there a trip hour, or you just go till we figure out
So-
what's going on?
So it's 4 hours.
Okay.
Now, like, if it's slow, I will absolutely stay longer.
Right.
Absolutely. If people are paying hard-earned money, $400 is the 1 to 3 people. $400 for some people might not be a lot of money. $400 that person may have saved up for a couple months to bring his son on a trip.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And if it's slow, we're going past the 6 or past the 4 hour mark.
Right.
I've went 6.5, and
Damn.
like, as long as they're cool with it,
Yeah.
hey, and it's like, it's been slow, get out there, and the tide just isn't right yet, and I'm like, look, I feel like if we just kind of stick with it, I feel like it's going to turn on, and you'll go 3.5 hours, like, and you kind of feel people,
Yeah.
they're
They're
like,
4 hours in the water is
but
it's a long time.
but I'm doing a lot of running around, like,
Yeah.
if I'm making a a good little stretch, I'm like, I'm just not seeing that. Boom, I'm moving, and it almost never fails. Right there at the end, it's like,
Something
boom,
shows up.
boom, there it is, and so yeah, 4 hours is the is the time frame, but 100% we will go over if need be.
Is there a consistent start time? Do you start, or you play the tide? Do you do any of that stuff? You say
So start
5:30, 6 o'clock.
Start at dark, so summertime.
Depends on what time.
Yeah. July, you're not flipping the lights on until 8:30 at night.
Right.
Now it's awesome.
5:30.
Last night I cut the generator on at 5:30 on the dot. Which is nice because you're home early. Summertime I was getting off the firehouse. I was cutting grass all day long. I go hook to the boat. I'd run a charter. By the time you get home, 2:30 in the morning, I was up at 6:30. I go cut grass all day long.
You don't need sleep. You don't need sleep,
wow,
right?
man, damn. Yeah, that's
That's
getting after it, sir.
grinding.
But hey, man, 2 kids and
Yeah, you gotta make that.
you gotta
money.
get it.
I know.
And one day I'm not gonna be able to, but like I enjoy it though. Like I wasn't, getting up and then go cut grass. I'm like, God, I gotta run up. Like I enjoy going out there and doing that. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Still gives you the butterfly tingling. Stuff
Oh, absolutely.
It does to me. Like it hasn't become work yet, because I know a lot of people that get in charter boats. They're like, I do it so much it becomes work, and I don't want to do it anymore. But you're still in that stage where I still love doing it.
Oh, if I'm not running charters, we're out there.
Oh, on your own anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Just not making money at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, I truly I mean, even like December, January, it's like freezing cold out. I got 2 buddies that are hardcore. Like they'll go with me. But when it gets into colder months, most people aren't gonna go
Freeze
out
their
there when
butts
it's
off.
it's 45 degrees outside at nighttime.
You just gotta have the right gear
Yeah.
on.
That's right.
But
Layers,
it's like,
baby.
but when I know I can go out there and flip the lights on, and it's like there's fish everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I love it. I absolutely
That's
love
awesome,
fishing.
bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
What is your season? What does your trips run through? Can you run all year? Can you
Yeah.
do?
So, I mean, if you're willing to, gig, catfish and redfish and sheephead, obviously, this time of year, the cooler month, the flounder moving out,
Right.
everything else moves in. Sheephead move in, the redfish, and of course, freshwater catfish. They're always there.
right.
So yeah, that March, Aprilish is always kind of hit or miss with the rain and the weather and the wind and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go somewhere in December, flounder's probably not going to be on the. You may find one that's still bumming out somewhere,
Right.
but the flounder's probably not going to be there. Redfish, catfish, sheephead.
Load the boat.
Especially. So I say that majority of the time you can load the boat with some freshwater catfish.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
And like, if people are out there, you're not like a hardcore fisherman or angler or whatever. Like, these fish, they all taste good, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same level of funness to gig or whatever these fish. Like, it's only like ego and maybe taste preference that the flounder is better or anything like that, or the photo op, right?
So
Yeah.
it's like a speckled trout. Everybody wants that.
That's what I'm saying.
speckled
That's the
trout.
point I'm trying to make.
Because
Yeah.
it's so sexy.
It is.
And it's
It
this
is.
and that. And I've had a couple like whatever. That we'll gig anything.
Right.
And then I've had people like, well, if we can't, like if the night isn't good for flounder, we'll just reschedule. Because it's we talked about it earlier. Like what I've learned is like people will gig other stuff while we're out there,
Mm-hmm.
but if they can't go strictly target flounder,
They
they're
want
like,
that picture at the end.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're the best tasting out of
yeah.
everything we've named. I would say, but it's still the level of fun is.
100%.
I would
Oh,
think the
absolutely.
redfish is harder to gig, more of a challenge than the flounder, right? Because he's just usually laying there.
Yeah.
Once you spot him.
Yeah.
So you're saying the redfish are harder to
Right.
get?
Yeah.
It's
They're probably more plentiful and they're more regularly, right? And they're easier to see, obviously, like you've mentioned. But like,
sometimes, yeah. You sometimes you'll get them, man. They're just super skittish. Like see one, he's gone,
yeah,
and you get another one. He's gonna just kind of chill in there, like, hey, what are you doing? Don't.
Yeah.
You know,
I think some of them get like bright lighted, like they don't know where to go.
deer
Right,
headlights.
blinded. Yeah, there you go. That's
well,
where
and two, when, like, so we'll start hitting like these little sloughs and stuff, and of course the bait fish just start going crazy.
Yeah.
Where they kind of churn up the water. Well, those redfish, I think, they feel like they're hidden in that murk. So they're just kind of ease through there and like, hey, look, there's a redfish.
They think they're invisible still.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, like
sticking.
when it's super clear and there's not a lot of bait, in that little ditch, and the one's just hanging out, yeah,
Probably skittish.
yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to get him the first time he comes. That little rocket that comes flying by the boat. You might want to try to stick that.
Right. Do you have the laser pointer?
I do not. I need to get one.
Yeah.
They were hitting us with the laser pointer. It's cool because like, it gives me a place to look, but it also made me feel like shit because I'm like, he's already saw it, and he's got the laser on it, and I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I majority of the time I'll usually stop the boat because I'll spot it.
Yeah.
Up front, and I'm already shutting the trolling motor off and putting the gig down or the spud pole trying to slow us down.
Now, when you're, because this might be the difference too. When you're running the trolling motor, where are you standing? Because these guys were on the tower, so they kind of needed it.
So-
you know what I mean?
So I'm standing up there with them.
At the front.
Yep.
Okay, so a little bit different situation.
At the front,
too. Yeah.
and if I see one up there, I'll move to the side and hey, look right there.
Yeah.
And let them up there. If there's times where it's like I saw it at the last second, I usually try to get like if they don't care, like hey, like I always ask them, y'all mind if I put a gig in my hand just in case?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Most people, most people.
That's
hey,
more fish in the boat.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Because there are times where, like last night, the water was super clean. You're looking everywhere.
Right.
You're like, man, you're trying to scan everywhere, and there are times where it's like, oh crap, there was a flounder, and boom, stick it. So, yeah, I'm standing right up there with them, and pointing everything out. Last night, man, like the guy, he caught on pretty quick. I was like, and like they were spotting the small ones. There are tons of juvenile flounder, which I love to see. Just for the population
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the
That's the crops for next year.
Yeah.
yeah. Did you know flounder grow 1 inch a month?
We've probably
not
had somebody
know.
on the
Yeah,
show that's
yeah,
told us
yeah,
that
yeah.
between all the DMR episodes that we've
Yeah.
done. But
Like,
yeah,
that's pretty cool. Like that's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
But it's the babies that were out there last night I love to see it.
You mentioned like the way you do your schedule, like with the we at the fire department and then cutting grass and then going running trips and stuff. We messed up when we booked our trip and we went 7 p.m. to midnight and then had a speckled trout trip booked the very next morning.
We literally
for
went
5.
NASCAR.
Yeah, and I was like, I was doing the math when we got. I'm like, wait a minute, this was midnight and then we're going in the morning. I'm like, why did we do that? That's no sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
are you a night owl person typically or no? Like, because meeting those captains down there and realizing, that's why I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it being a nighttime kind of activity.
They slept all day.
Well, it's different.
Yeah.
We assume. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Maybe they didn't. But like, it's a different. Seems like lifestyle, but you're still living the early morning stuff as well. So what's that like?
Yeah, absolutely. When I tell you, I love it. I absolutely love going out there, flipping the lights on, and I feel like I have a drive. I'm a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what it takes to go run the trips, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
I love it. I truly like. People are obsessed with certain things. I am obsessed with flipping those lights on and going to see what we can see. It's so cool. Like just the other night, we were beating along the banks. There's about a 6-foot alligator gar just laid up there, and like there's no telling how old that thing is.
Yeah,
It's
just
huge.
old dinosaur.
Massive. It's like holy cow! Like everybody gets excited. I love seeing people get excited
Yep.
about fishing. I love it, man. I truly do. And like back to the kid thing, like to see those kids, like it's so awesome to watch those kids do it. We ran a trip here a couple weeks ago, and there's some kids. They brought their own bows with them. They were 10, 11, 12 years old, and those were those kids were pretty cool. They ended up putting the bows down, picked the gigs up,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
But man, to see them get excited over like a freshwater catfish, they were like, because we done pretty good on flounder. I'm like, hey, y'all, you want to get some catfish? They were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we go up there, and it's a lot more fast paced. And like, man, this is fun. We should have been doing this all along.
Right,
Yeah.
we just had a comment come through. I'll read it out real quick. It's from YouTube. It says, when do you stop bow fishing and gigging for the fall or winter? You do mainly the gigging. We talked about that, but it's pretty much wide open, right? Ain't that what we said?
As long as you want to bundle up and go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like I said, the flounder are pretty much making their way out. Right. So really, after about November, as far as the marshes and the river and stuff, they're still flounder here. They're going to be juvenile. You might find one 12 and a half, maybe 13 still lingering around, but the redfish, the catfish, sheep's head, Gasper goose, a freshwater drum, they are there. So yeah, I mean, if you want to bundle up and put clothes on,
you can make it happen.
Go any time of the week.
All you got to do is say, hey, let's go. I promise you.
That's good for him, though, right? You don't have to
absolutely.
be confined by any kind of seasons. I mean, if you want to run it, you can run it.
Yeah, as long as you're cool with, and they got gar out there.
Have you ever had gar balls? When they cut them up, roll them in breadcrumbs and stuff like that.
Right.
I have.
Okay, I hear they're great. I've never had them.
It's okay.
Okay,
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I heard they're great. I've never had them.
I don't.
Not your favorite.
I tell people you can gig those gar. I'm not cleaning.
Throw them back.
I clean stuff with skins, skin and scales.
Yeah.
But I got a buddy of mine. He knows somebody. He'll take those gar, grind them all up, and they make dog food with it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
no, I know a guy that balls them up. Like I said, I'm assuming it's a breadcrumb, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard they're
Fries
good.
them.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
I've had years and years ago. It was okay.
There's a lot of other stuff out there.
Right.
There's a lot of
But
stuff.
I always like to measure it too, like this. I was telling somebody the story about the Nutri-Rat rodeo that we went to, that we're going back to.
You gotta try it.
Well, here's the thing. It makes me comfortable knowing that, there's a lot of gars out there, right? If we can eat those and they don't taste terrible, as long as we still got some salt and a little bit of, Cajun two-step or some Tony Sherrigans. Yeah, we're all right because there's enough gars and Nutri-Rats around here to feed
everybody.
A lot of people. If a zombie apocalypse or some kind of, crazy
Have you ever
stuff.
went Nutri-Rat hunting?
No, we have
We
not.
were supposed to go last year,
Yeah.
but one of the boats broke down, so we got there when they were bringing them all in.
Yeah.
And they were just throwing them on it.
But we did get to
we
eat
got
them,
to eat
and they were
them. We
legit.
got to do all
That
this.
is my 10-year-old. He looks forward to
Wide
hunt
open,
season.
huh?
He looks forward to hunt season
For Nutri-Rat.
for Nutri-Rats.
Wow.
It's a little different here, like in Mississippi.
Do you
can't
do that? Do you take that?
No.
Okay.
No, you can't guide on public land. Like you can't run charge on public land.
Okay.
Like I couldn't guide
Okay.
on public land. It's a little different here in Mississippi. You can't shoot them from a moving boat.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. You say public land. I'm
can't
like,
have-
can't we just shoot them in the water or from the
Yeah,
bank
yeah.
or shoot them on the bank?
Yeah,
from the
but
water?
I couldn't take clients to
Right.
go
Okay.
Right,
do
right,
that.
right.
But we just do it on our own.
Right. Not
Right,
paid
and-
for it. Yep.
and it's different than like Louisiana. Like those dudes are out there,
Oh, it's nuts.
airboats.
Yes.
Like, yeah, just
Yeah.
massacre. Which I wish we could do that.
They're a
Good.
nuisance animal. Why can't we? I wonder.
You can only hunt them during hunting season. You can't hunt them at night. And you're only allowed like 5 per person.
We must either have backwards laws or they're not as big of a problem as they say they are in Louisiana.
I tell you what,
Because Louisiana, they'll
you go
pay
out,
you.
you go
Pile
out
up.
there like in the marsh
They're
on
everywhere.
on a very cold night, low tide. Everywhere,
Them and raccoons
Mhm.
everywhere.
fighting over crabs.
Like those things are everywhere.
And they're big.
I did
Like,
not
people
know
didn't
how big they
realize.
got.
Yeah, them
At
suckers
least
get
in
big.
Louisiana.
Oh yeah,
Small, they get like a dog.
yes,
The big
like
ones.
fat.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Those
Intimidating looking.
That's yeah, and it's but a little different than like Louisiana. You can't shoot them from a moving boat. You can't have any type of trolling motor or
Okay.
big motor run.
Yeah, I don't
so
like those rules.
You kind of push
Took all
pull.
the fun out of it.
But if you can find some hard marsh ground, park that boat and get out and chase them around like rabbits.
Okay.
That's fun.
pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fun.
We know we can't wrap the show up without asking you this question. We usually do it at the beginning, but what was it like for you on that first trip? When your first charter trip, like nerves wise?
Kind of like jumping on this podcast.
I
Little
wanted to make an
nerve-wracking.
excuse that something was wrong with the boat, so I didn't have to go.
Okay. Yeah.
I was. It couldn't have worked out any better. It was one guy by himself. He was 74 years old. He moved here
Wow.
from Arizona. He retired and moved here, or moved to Long Beach, and his wife saw myself on Facebook, She booked it for him. And so got there. I'm sitting at the table eating dinner, and I told my wife, I was like, I can't do this trip tonight. I said, I'm about to tell this guy something's wrong with the boat, and I can't make sure. She's like,
how many times did you run through what you were supposed to have and what could go wrong and all this
if
stuff?
I checked to make sure the generator and the gigs were in the boat one time, I did it 50. I'm like, just, yes, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop looking.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll never forget it. It was a week after 4th of July, and we had a stupid low tide, like 10, 12 feet of bank. Just, I mean, you couldn't get anywhere. And I told the guy, I was like, man, they were having a crazy tide swing. I don't feel all that great. If you want to go, we can still give it a try. Yeah, man, I still want to go because 74 years old.
Yeah. Ain't got nothing else to do.
Never seen a flounder, never
Yeah.
gigged a flounder, nothing. So here we go. We're beating around, and it's, I mean, nothing.
What you thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I knew it, but still, it's like, so I'm like, man, we got one more little option. We can make us a good little run. I said, I think we might be okay. I won't know until we get over there. The first flounder we see is 22.5 inches. Lay there. I'm like, all right, here we go. I said, look, this is a good one. So, boom, he say, man, are all these flounder this big? I said, no. I said, they're not all. I said, this was a good flounder.
Yeah.
So, 74 years old, never gigged a flounder. First one was 22.5 inches.
Wow.
And
You don't even know.
Spoiled.
we ended up sticking 4 more right there on that little thing, and that was the only. We gave 5 that night, and that was the only one. And he thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, because it was.
He was like, man, I'm definitely coming back with you again. This all was like,
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
very next night, I'm running another trip. Again, I'm sitting at the table. I'm getting ready to tell my wife, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. She's like,
You had a great trip.
yeah, you did last. There's people here on vacation from Florida. Another crazy tide swing of the night. We gig 5. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, man, these people are like,
Yeah.
man, this was so cool, this and that. So we're pulling back up to the launch and said, look, if y'all want to put your stuff in your vehicle and give me a few minutes, I'll knock the hide off these fish. I'm like, oh, no, we don't want, we just want to come. So I'm like, I wish I would have said something yesterday when we were talking about. I'm like,
it's crazy how many people do that.
They
too.
don't want
Go
the
on
fish.
charter.
Yeah,
They just
well,
want to do
if
the
you're out of
experience.
town, I mean,
Yeah.
I can kind of understand that, right? I don't
have to fly back with them. I
Right.
don't want to pack
Freeze them, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though I'm driving, like
I'm like,
man.
I'm like, I wish I'd known. And called a couple of my charter buddies, and I'm like, man, do you still? And the one guy I was telling you about, he bow fishes down there, Hopedale Shell Beach area and stuff. He said I ran 156 trips last year. I was nervous 156 times.
100%.
Yeah.
I was like, and this dude, he was a killer. I'm like, what? He's like, absolutely. He's like, dude, and he's like, I get nervous every trip. And he's been doing it a while. I'm like, so then I felt better. But once I get out there, and you start talking with people, and which I'm still, until we get a couple flying on the boat, like I'm nervous, but you get to talking with people, and you're like, these are just normal people like me.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, like, how many trips did it take before you didn't get that way, but you still kind of do every trip, which is a good thing. That means you care.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fear of failure is still there. It's eased up a little.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little.
Mm-hmm.
I do better when it's like one person or 2 people, because it's like I don't know, you start adding in like that third person. It's like, all right, man, I got to get this many flying. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a.
Well, half the battle's breaking the ice. Once you break the ice and you start talking to them, then you got something in common.
Right.
Oh, I've been there, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
and then it starts rolling, and then the
I've had a
night
couple-
opens up.
I've had a couple that were super appreciative at the end, and like, oh man, it's fun. But during the trip, like, they just weren't big talkers.
Yep.
They weren't.
Yeah.
Like, they
That's
were
the
very
tough one.
appreciative. They had
Yep.
so much fun. They weren't talking. I'm like, all right, I'm running out of stuff to talk about here.
That's right.
Like, dude, help me out,
Y'all
man,
see that
please.
bird over there?
I've been in that situation, not as a charter captain, but it's like,
I'm
you
like,
know, and then you hear
please.
back from whatever the situation may be, you hear back like, man, they said they had a great time. It's like, really?
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't tell,
Like, one dude messaged me the next day, and I'm like, I thought for sure. I'm like, man, I don't know, because it wasn't a terrible night, wasn't a great night. And he messaged me the next day. He's like, man, just let you know, we had so much fun. We, definitely gonna book you again. That dude has booked me 2 more times
Yeah.
since then.
People are hard to read. Man.
Yeah. Well, everybody's
Man.
personality is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's a big talker. Not everybody's,
Yeah.
comfortable.
And that's I'll talk to that wall right there. If, like my wife gets mad at me so much, she's like, "Will you come on, please?"
Yes.
Stop talking to people.
Yeah.
Well, so say we book you, walk us through what we got to bring. I'm sure your license carries everything, right? They don't have to have a fishing license or anything like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Pay good money for that charter captain fishing license.
right.
And you show up, any snacks or drinks you want to bring, and I clean the fish, I bag the fish up. You just bring you a little ice chest and some ice to put it in when you leave.
Yeah.
And that's we'll hop on the boat. I'll give you a little rundown of life jackets are here. If you happen to fall over while we're floundering, just stand up.
Safety check.
Stand up.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, just stand up. Always do the life jacket thing because you just never know.
Yeah.
I always ask everybody, is anybody on here want to wear a life jacket? If you do, they're right there. If not, sit down and we're going to get after it.
Yeah.
And so we go out there and spend the night trying to find fish and go kill some stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you recommend bug spraying? Because we always, the day guys, us day guys,
Yeah.
we got to do sunscreen. You don't have to worry about sunscreen.
No, the vampire trips, they don't got to worry about that.
Yeah. So I usually go through my text messages the same. It covers this. If you want to bring bug spray, you can. I always keep some on there, but some people are like, I don't use this. I don't use So we want to bring bug spray and
maybe a light jacket. Running at night's a little different than
Oh,
when
yeah.
the sun's
Yeah.
out.
It's not so bad. Like you start getting this time of year, like you get them warm days, and I had here, recently, a guy got on the boat and he had short sleeve and shorts. I'm like, man, you got a jacket you want to go grab real quick?
Yeah.
Like it's fine if you're just using a trolling motor and going, but
Right.
if we're running, if we got to make some runs, like it's gonna be a little chilly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Go grab a jacket real quick, but yeah. That's,
Do you know a Dale Parker? I figured he knew you. Dale wants to know: do alligators ever try to come climb in the boat with you?
so that is my.
Is that a setup for a story?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured.
That's my partner right there.
All right, that's what I figured.
That is my flounder partner. He's known me since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're going along one night, and this alligator, we see it. I'm running the troll mode, just me and him. This is before I got captain's license or anything, started running trips. So we're easing along through there, and we see this alligater. Cool, whatever.
It's
it's
not
nothing.
normal. Yeah.
So I feel I'm looking, and he's watching because we'd seen some other fish, and I felt the boat move, and I thought it was him like doing something. I hear, hey. I turn around and look. This alligator has his head over the boat.
Wow.
Side of the boat.
How big an alligator you think? Yes.
8 foot.
Oh, okay. That ain't 3 foot.
I'm like,
that's a big difference.
So I hear him. I turn around. I'm like, oh my god! If there was not two people there to witness it
You
and
would
say,
never believe it.
nobody would believe us. I was like, that alligator just had his head upside down. He's like, yeah.
Both of y'all had to go to dry bags and change your
I was
underwear?
like,
I'm gonna need a new pair of underwear.
I felt the boat move. I thought it was him, like mess with something. Because I'm focused on looking, and I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I think about that story. Like if he'd got in the boat and you'd have had to like kill it or some way to explain that to the DMR, you don't understand.
Or you jumped out of the boat.
He came in the boat. You know what I mean?
So I started wearing it. I'm usually pretty good about it. I started wearing the camera on my head and stuff.
Okay, GoPro or something.
I use it. So that's another thing. I like if people don't mind, I'll turn that thing on and
Oh,
That's great for your social media.
Absolutely.
like make a little video for them I like at that time I wasn't wearing like the camera, and I'm like, man, I wish I'd have got that on.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
killer.
yeah.
Because let me tell you, so come gator season, I'm out there all the time.
You won't never see him again.
And no,
The one that comes right up to
Yeah,
the
when
boat.
I want to shoot him,
Yeah,
he ain't
yeah,
there.
he ain't there.
Yeah.
oh, dude, that's he's got a video of one, and it's a pretty significant size alligator. It's one of the night. It was crystal clear water. It's just video, and that thing is just laid up on the bank under the water, just laid there, and he's sitting there video, and I'm like, holy cow.
Only had some tags.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Which when alligator season rolls around, if we get tags, I usually got a couple of them pinned that I know where they're at.
yeah.
So
How often is that you see them? Like 1 or 2, 3 trips? You see them pretty much
all the time.
all the
Yeah,
time.
I would imagine.
All the time.
I would imagine.
They're all the time. Especially that late evening, that sun going down and stuff, and
See them little orange balls start popping up.
Yep.
all along the bank, like it's yeah. I have seen.
Just don't fall in.
We never could get on any of them during gator season, but I've seen some absolute
Studs.
giants swimming around out there. I'm like people knew, like especially running around the Jordan River. I mean, Jordan River is very popular.
Oh, yeah,
summertime.
Kneeboarding and jet skiing and everything else.
You ride around Jordan River at nighttime, and people it blows their mind how many alligators are, and they're hanging out on sandbars and stuff, and it's.
That's crazy.
Let's see here. Okay, hold on. That's why.
What?
We had it's Cody just sent us a text that our Arlie was a little bit low, and it looks like one of the buttons got pushed here, so it might have been messing up the audio. Thanks for looking out, Cody, on that. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I love what you're doing. I think it's a great story. I think
that's something new.
Yeah.
Like, something new that a lot of people aren't doing, or anybody's doing.
Yeah, for sure. Around here, for sure.
Yeah, as far as I know, the only one which he's over, I guess, just towards this way, the Bayou Bandit. Bayou Bandit Charters. He does like Mobile over here. But other than that, they got another guy. He doesn't really advertise a whole lot anymore. He's got 2 small kids at the house, so that it kind of slowed up.
Yeah.
But I have ran a couple trips with him this year, and but other than that, man, I don't. They got another guy, the low tide charters. He does the the bow fishing, does a little bit of gigging. So yeah, other than that, man, it's definitely not like the rod and reel where you can just look up fishing charters and
right.
There they are.
Where are you most active? I dropped already the link to your Facebook page in the comments right here, and I'll have you linked on the audio stuff. But is that where you're most active for people?
I put a bunch of videos on TikTok.
Okay.
Damn. Yep, Marsh Town Mafia Charters.
There you go.
On TikTok. So I usually where I make all the videos is using the TikTok thing. So yeah, on there, Facebook. I don't do the Instagram or the Snapchats or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Where do we book? Where's the easiest way to book?
Just you can Facebook message me. If you look on the page, my number is on there too. So you can text message me, send me a message through Facebook Messenger.
Right.
And I haven't signed up or do any of the the online.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Well, you walked in wearing that shirt. Do y'all carry merch, or is that just something that you do?
It's just something I do. It's the whole merch thing would. I run myself thin as it is.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. It sounds like
with everything. I have had people ask for shirts and I did some when I first had them made, but it just got too much. Yeah, it's too much, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, we want to thank you again for sure for doing the Sheep's Head Showdown. Being one of the sponsors, that was killer, man.
We absolutely, man. That's Sheephead is like I said, December 6th. When I get off the morning of December 6th,
bad day to be a
from
Sheep's
that
Head,
from that day till December 29th when I go back to work. It's on. I will be beating the bridge pilings for sure.
There you go, dude. There you go. Well, y'all heard about it right here, man. Derek, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah,
we appreciate it, dude.
100%.
Marsh Town Mafia Charters. Go look them up.
Absolutely,
Facebook, TikTok. I'm proud to hear you say TikTok, man. Not everybody's doing that. That's
we got to get over there with you and do a trip, man.
Yeah,
100%.
Film it. And
say when, man.
Yeah, put some content
absolutely.
out. For sure.
Absolutely. Whenever.
Thanks, everybody, for watching on the lives, the comments. Cody, thank you for checking out audio for us. I hope it wasn't too messed up. Download the Brownwater Banter app if you haven't already done it. Stay connected to all of our stuff. Our podcasts are in there, all of our YouTube stuff, our merch, everything. A lot of cool stuff when you go out on the water. The captain's dashboard, I think is what we called it.
Yeah.
And it's got all links to like the weather, tides, everything right in one app. You don't have to go chasing it around on the internet. So it's pretty cool. So it's free too as well. So check that out. If y'all keep tuning in, we'll keep doing them, and we'll see you on the next one.
Later.